What is going on, guys? It's Gospel Gamer here. We are back on Danganronpa. Trigger Happy Havoc. So let's see if we can get the key to Kyoko's room from Byakuya. You think you can go soon, Byakuya?
Let's go.
You want to check out Kyoko's room, right? Very well. Let's go. Ah, wait for me. I said that in a normal voice, like an idiot. Byakuya walked off without a second glance, and I hurried after him on our way to the dorms. Well then, here we go. Byakuya took out the key and slid it into the keyhole, and then it's open. Looks like it. That looks like it. Thanks. Wow, that was so hard to speak. Okay. So this is Kyoko's room. First of all, what the fuck is that thing? There's something on the table. It's a woodblock decoration.
What?
What's that? What purpose does it serve? I think it's probably a key. The lockers at those really traditional public bathhouses use them for their lockers. I wouldn't know. I've never gone to a public bathhouse. It doesn't really surprise me. It's hard to picture Byakuya doing something like that.
It's certainly possible.
But if it is a key, I think I might know what it unlocks. Really, what? Unless I'm mistaken, I'm pretty sure I saw something in the dojo that it might go to. The dojo? Okay. Why's her stuff all pink? Here's her bed. I don't see anything interesting here, at least not as far as the case is concerned. So, what have we got? Camera. Her bathroom door looks like it's off the fucking wall. Here's the bathroom. She might have said an article was hanging out to dry. Better not look inside. Is that everything?
It's certainly
if it
possible.
Is a key, I think I might know what it unlocks. Okay. I mean, now what?
What?
You wanted to come here, right? So what is it you're looking for? Nothing in particular. I just thought we might find some kind of clue here. A clue that might help us understand
Come
Kyoko.
on.
You can't be serious. That's why you made me take time out of my search to come here? Sorry. Regardless, if you plan on poking around at random, you're doomed no matter how much time you take. Surely you have something more concrete. Something to give us some sort of direction here. More concrete. Oh, I know. Oh, I know, sorry. Earlier, Kyoko gave me something. How was this?
It's true.
Consider it a symbol of my determination. Don't open it yet. Only open it if something ever happens to me. I'm sure I have it here somewhere. Found it. What's in the envelope? Kyoko gave it to me. She said if something ever happened, I should open it.
Interesting.
Well, something has certainly happened, so open it. Okay. I opened the envelope and looked inside. Inside was a single piece of paper. Under the sheets.
What?
That's all that was in there? Yeah, it looks like it. Under the sheets. What could it be? Well, obviously the fucking bed. But could something be hidden under the bed sheets? Part of me didn't expect to find anything, but as I lifted up the sheets... What's this? I found a crumpled up piece of paper. Class number 78 registration, Mikuro Ikusaba.
I see.
It appears to be Mikuro Ikusaba's profile. Yeah, it looks like it. That's probably the other thing Kyoko stole when she snuck into the headmaster's room along with the key. God, you're so annoying. Fine, I'll tell you it was a key and boop! That's it! This must be the blank that Monokuma was talking about. Kyoko said a death without meaning was unappealing, and this is what she left behind. I don't have time for your sentimental indulgences. Hurry up and finish your search. Okay. I made an effort to pull myself together and look down the profile sheet. Name, Mikuro Ikusaba. Sex, female. The ultimate soldier. Although small for her age, she was a military specialist, trained in every weapon type imaginable. She showed an interest in the military from childhood and soon found herself completely absorbed in it. In elementary school, she won a survival game tournament and began writing for military magazines. Just before entering middle school, when she disappeared, her family were on vacation in Europe, she disappeared. The story of a young Japanese girl being kidnapped quickly took over Japanese media outlets. An intense international investigation turned up no information and she was never found. However, she reappeared in Japan 3 years later, alone and completely unannounced. She revealed that she had joined a mercenary group known as Fenrir for those 3 years. She insisted that she hadn't been kidnapped so that she received battle training of her own volition. However, she never revealed why she decided to return home when she did. Interesting. The Ultimate Soldier, a mercenary group. This doesn't feel real. The world I grew up in, it's like a completely different dimension. It's like one's non-fiction and the other's sci-fi. There's no way to even compare the two. That's how different this is. That was how I saw things as I was just an ordinary person, but then
I see.
I never imagined I would hear the name Fenrir at a place like this. Huh? You recognize it?
Naturally.
The Fenrir Mercenary Corps was a collection of battle-crazed warmongers. They do have their uses, and they always get the job done. That's worth remembering. This is all part of a world totally removed from the one I live in. I have to say, I'm intrigued. Every rumour I've heard said that Fenrir has already...
Found it!
Whoa, I feel like our hero is becoming a big player, and a big player is becoming a hero! Oh, it's you.
What?
What have you got into your pretty little hand there? Uh-oh, you found a profile? So what if we did?
Hey!
Don't freak out on me. I'm not going to hold it against you or anything. And in case you're wondering, I don't hold it against Kyoko either. Even though she sold it and hid it. After all, there's no rule against stealing, is there? But who I can forgive is Miss Agami, who broke the rules and busted into the headmaster's office. Maybe I'll drag her corpse out and slice it up and devour it. Bears are omnivorous, you know.
What?
Are rule violations really so unforgivable? You're quite adamant about those regulations of yours. Of course I am. A proper school life is built on the dedication to the organisation and order. Which is why even I, as a school headmaster, have to follow the regulations myself. Oh, so you're saying you have to follow your own rules as well?
Of course!
Absolutely! I can't have you complaining about how unfair it all is, now can I? In fact, on the subject of fairness, would you like to know something interesting? Interesting? It's about the one writing all the rules. They're actually one of the participants in this killing game. I don't think I ever actually told you how many participants there actually were, did I? I was thinking I should probably clarify that.
Hey,
When you all first got together in the main hall back when there were 15 people there, right? I think that first meeting may have led a little misunderstanding among you all. Misunderstanding, are you saying?
In other words...
That's right, there weren't actually 15 of you.
Yes, indeed!
The total number of students taking part in this killing game was actually 16. 16? Then...
Mukuro Ikusaba, the 16th student, lying hidden somewhere in this school.
I've
The
seen
one
this so
they
many
call
times.
The ultimate despair. Watch out for her.
The 16th student, Mukuro Ikusaba, she's part of the school life? So the one making all the regulations is...
Huh?
Did you say something? Why are you telling us this? Oh, well because, like I told you, this killing game is desperately popular. You wouldn't believe the ratings. And since we've got so many viewers now, I wanted to make sure everyone was on the same page. I didn't mean to burp them. I don't want to make up a hurricane of complaints and hate mail, you know.
Yes, indeed!
Make sense?
Well now.
Okay, that's all you get for now. Oh, actually, I do have some revenge to get, so I have the extra bonus for you. Revenge? I want to get back to the sneaky Miss Kirigiri, so I'm going to share a little secret with ya. Seriously?
Hey,
You know she wears the stupid gloves day in, day out all the time? Well, don't tell anyone, but I told you, but she wears them to cover a bunch of hideous scars that she doesn't want anyone else to see. What? Okay, now that's all you get. My hand wasn't scarred, so it's not her then. Ah, man. Tasty. Kyoko wears those gloves to cover up a bunch of scars? Wait, so on the back of her hand... a tattoo? Wait, but no. Monokuma specifically said there were scars, right? And that's why Kyoko wears those gloves, to hide the scars. Which means... those fake nails in the corpse. She wouldn't be able to wear fake nails with gloves. Are you thinking about Kyoko again? Huh?
What?
Forget about her. What happens right now is uncovering Monokuma's trap. His trap? Yeah, you know, his character which looks, female was actually male. Sorry, I'm trying to look for something because my chair is annoying me right now. There it is. I need to tie my chair. Basically, the arms of my chair are fucked, so every so often they'll like rock about, and it's quite annoying. God must have really hated you and make you so dull. Don't you remember what Monokuma just told us? You said there were 16 students, right? Which means Mukuro was a student here.
That's right.
Obviously Monokuma was trying to tell us that Makuro is the one creating the rules to this game. But why would he tell us that, and why now? He said he wanted to make things clear so there wouldn't be any complaints later. But the mere fact that he said that proves Makuro is connected to this case. That's why Monokuma revealed the existence of a 16th student. He needs to make our investigation fair. Makuro is related to the case.
It's certainly
Perhaps
possible.
she's the one who killed Kyoko. What? That would explain why we would have this class trial, wouldn't it? If she's a student and she killed someone, that would make her part of the school's killing game. Makuro is the killer? She killed Kyoko? Anyone should be able to come to that conclusion, don't you think? In fact, that's exactly what I thought when the investigation first began.
What?
But based on what Monokuma just told us, I've changed my mind.
It's all clear.
Makuro Ikusabe isn't the... Makuro Ikusaba isn't the culprit. Huh? What makes you say that? We thought Makuru, the ultimate... Makuru... I can't fucking pronounce that, I think that's right. The ultimate despair was the mastermind's true identity. But if that's true, Monokuma's behaviour makes no sense. Why would the mastermind go out of their way to reveal themselves to us? That's a good point.
So, in other words...
Makuro giving us information that would raise questions about her would be bold, to say the least. It makes more sense to assume that Makuro isn't the culprit. So that's the trap. And wants to suspect Makuro and come up with the wrong conclusion. That's what makes sense to me. The way you say it, it definitely does seem possible, but if that's really true, if Makuro isn't the killer, then who is? Well then, I believe our work here is finished. My chair is fucking loud sometimes, sorry about that. Let's move on. I'm sure there are other places in need of investigation. I should find out if that key and the dojo really are connected.
Let's go.
Well, are you coming? Okay. Let's see. Locker 6. There are wooden lockers in here. They use wood block keys just like the ones of those super traditional public bathhouses. It looks like the key we found in Kyoko's room really does go in one of these lockers.
I see.
Kote, do you see the lockers farthest to the right?
It's very strange.
That's the only one that doesn't have a key in it at the moment. You understand what that means, right? I should probably use the key we found in that locker, right? Well, just try it. Okay. I took out the wood block key and inserted it in the locker's metal lock, and the locker eagerly accepted the key and it opened. Fuck. There are arrows in here. It looked like 10 arrows in total. And they look like they're made of titanium, which means they're quite strong despite how thin they are. And of course, without a bow, they're nothing but strong little sticks. Strong sticks. Okay. Oh, there's something else inside the locker. So what about a ball of duct tape? I wonder what this was used for. Is that a blood stain?
See.
If it is, then it means it must surely be related to the case. This duct tape is related to the case somehow, but how could it possibly be involved? Okay. I think that's all the locker has to offer for now. Is something wrong?
Very strange.
It's very odd, don't you think? The locker was hiding items that were clearly related to the case. How did the key to the locker wind up in the victim's room?
Why?
Or perhaps... by Kuya? Forget it. Come on, we need to continue on to the next location. What next location?
What?
There's still something we need to look into. We need to do more research on Fenrir. Fenrir? You mean the mercenary group that Makuro was part of? But how are we supposed to find out about that? Isn't it obvious? We're in a school, wouldn't you go to there? Where in the school would you go to research on something? Research. Are you talking about the archive? That's right, the archive is all kinds of info the public, the general public doesn't have
Let's
access
go.
to. We only have so much time before the trial begins, let's hurry. Okay. I believe there was a file related to Fenrir somewhere over here. Byakuya seems to know the archive like the back of his hand and went straight to the shelf at the back. Ah, here we go. He quickly returned with a file in his hand.
I see.
Take a look at this. I have no idea what it says. What language is this? How did you make it all the way through high school without learning a single word of French? I'm pretty sure most high schoolers can't speak French. Well, whatever. I'll read it to you, but I expect you to repay your debt hundreds of times over. 100 times? Isn't that kind of extreme? Fenrir is an elite fighting unit based out of the Middle East. Unlike military contractors, they are a fierce group of soldiers who engage in direct combat. They claim that a single member is equivalent to an entire company of regular soldiers. Just like Fenrir, the Wolf of Ragnarok, their mere presence is enough to strike fear into any enemy. They have been involved in countless military battles and operations, most of which are highly classified. However, some time ago they completely ceased all activity. At present, their continued existence cannot be confirmed. There are unconfirmed reports that the key members of the group were all neutralized. Rumors indicate that they were killed to keep them from revealing the many state secrets they had acquired. Some, however, believe there was mounting internal tension within the group, and they simply imploded.
What?
What is it? This already sounds like some kind of alternate reality. Well, it isn't. This is our reality, the only reality. These people are part of our world. The battlefields aren't much different from our lives here, an unpredictable, unimaginable world. That's what makes it all so exciting. Exciting definitely isn't the word I would use. So, did anything jump out at you? This may be your last opportunity to learn about Fenrir. Now that you mention it, the report said something about the name Fenrir comes from, right? That's right. It said Fenrir is the Wolf of Ragnarok. Speaking of which, would you like to know something interesting related to that? To show that they're a member of the squad, each soldier that joins the squad would get a tattoo representing Fenrir somewhere on their body. What? They got a tattoo of Fenrir? Could that mean... Right, okay. Yay, class trial time! Did the right thing to spin these episodes.
Time is utterly silent, and yet it constantly assaults us organisms, the Earth, natural phenomena. It damages us little by little until the end. You should really think about that. Anyway, it's time to begin the class trial! So, please meet up in the usual spot. See you later!
Cool. Then the time has come. All we can do now is try to uncover the truth during the class trial. It would seem that way. Let's go. Okay. So I'm going to end the episode here. If you like this video, don't forget to leave a like in the section below. And if you want to see more of this, and do subscribe to the channel, as I upload every day. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time in the class trial. Bye bye.